executing these tower dives so well throughout the series so far. And now that...
And it's a duck, not a chicken.
It's a duck, not a chicken production. Get it right. And his name is Michael. I can't remember what the Hapgood brothers were calling him. Something to do with Destroyer of Worlds, Eater of Universe.
Yeah, something like that. I was about to combine duck and chicken, and then I realized either way, that's bad. I can't say that on air, so I'm just gonna... Twitch chat, you can spam it. I don't get in trouble for that.
Yeah, I'll let that one stand over you. As a Vanir, okay, so a little bit of adaptation. So Dusty, game 1 and 2, they're going for these sort of over the objective pit plays. Ooh. Now the issue is, they've gone for something different. Vanir have stacked because there's a ward that they've got on top of Venza, Barkland, and FGG, and this is going to be a face check!
Action's coming, they're jumping in, FGG flashes away, but the Ignite is ticking down.
Way.
Noodle's looking for him. One last auto, the heal from Venza. FGG is down! First blood to Sahira.
Okay, but what got blown for that? That's the important thing to track, because, okay, Sahira now is going to be able to base and get a tier, which is actually going to be, well, it shouldn't really impact his lane that much anyway. He would have had priority to begin with, but now he's stacking it early. He's got a slightly bigger mana pool to work with, and that's definitely a bigger deal. But Sahira blew Flash, and so did Kevo.
Yeah.
Kevo blew Flash less than 2 minutes into game 2. What happened to Kevo in game 2, Jake?
Kevo, well, same thing that happened to him in game 1. He died a lot.
Yeah, so let's see if there's a repeat there. Now, this time, of course, Kevo on a slightly safer champion in terms of dealing with ganks inside the Ezreal. And we'll have a Calm to shield him. And of course, being able to dash away from the likes of
Shields don't mean much when Rel can just go and turn him off.
That's also a really good point. So,
that's what makes this a bit of an interesting pick. Is Kevo forced to heal just to get the movement.
Oh, but now FGG can't remount.
But FGG in a lot of trouble. Remember, he burned both the summoner spells. Quickstep has secured the kill. Venza is just going to have to give up so much priority in this lane, as Quickstep's going to continue to trade onto him, and Venza now has to be so careful. Gets his Hail of Blades back, but there is just an onslaught of damage landing into him.
And Dusty, spoken about them as a bit of a confidence team. How they feel. Kevo not going to be able to find any more damage. Actually missed XP unlike Quickstep somehow, a level down. Maybe when they walked forward, something like that, walked backwards on the trade, hard to say. But Dusty, I think, showing that maybe their mentality is truly just aggression right now with that dive in from FGG, trying to find Kevo with no flash. It makes sense, but once you miss, that happens.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that early flash onto FGG, then a bit of an optimistic jump in onto Sahira. Just because he didn't have flash didn't mean that Rel isn't a champion that could be punished if she misses her abilities. She's super slow. She's very slow. I think she's got the slowest movement speed in the game, right? Dismounted.
Dismounted. Kled might want to have a word with you. Demounted.
Yes. Anyone with a pony.
Anyone with a pony.
Because they're lazy. They don't use their legs much. FGG is a hex flash forward. Kevo does have shift though, so I think this is now way harder to punish him. They are trying to wait it out. There's the shift. That's it. He's dead. Bye-bye, Kevo. Nice knowing your friend. Venza gets the kill.
All right. Good punish, and all right. Like we said, Viking, what did he do in game 2? When there was no flash on Kevo, he ganked bot lane. What's he done in game 3? Now that there's no flash on Kevo, he's ganked bot lane. And now Noodle, full clear all the way up to the top side. Alif doesn't have the wave in the best position, and Nile is going to hold it here for a little while. Certainly going to be uncomfortable here.
Securing the freeze, although he's missing a couple of minions.
But still, job accomplished.
Oh.
And actually, I think cancelled recall from Noodle. Really waiting his time here, and if Alif shows Envision, which he has, maybe he cancels again, but no. Just gonna go back. Feels like he'd be wasting too much time. And obviously the key worry for Vanir moving into game 3, not only are they 0-2 down, naturally, but it's the way that the bot lanes have gone for the last 2 games. I think, despite the regank that's just happened,
that was sad.
Probably still a little more comfortable than a game 1 and 2 already. But for me, it's just about sort of that level 6 point onwards.
Yeah.
Right? In the next sort of like 4-ish minutes, give or take, when, you know, Stand United comes online, Barkland might be able to chase Sahira down the river, etc. Dusty have been so clean on these tower dives. I am still worried for Vanir.
Oh my word.
That's a lot of damage. And I mean, this is like kind of the... I mean, it's a classic champion for Sahira, if you remember last year.
Oh, nearly. Ooh. Just needs to be a little bit careful here. If Elif lands the taunt, which he does.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, nearly. Hook shot will not save you today. Viking gets his second kill.
That's just greedy.
That was very greedy.
There's just nothing else to say about it. Viking, you have to expect at this timer he's going to be top lane because he showed bot on the gank 2 minutes previous.
Vanir did keep their streak of 100% first dragons in this series, though.
Yeah, they do. And granted, Vanir actually aren't in flat gold down at the moment, which is better than what they can say for the first 2 games.
Yeah, let's have a look at where that gold is, shall we? Okay, 80 carries equal. This is the first time.
Well,
difference, by the way, we were given it in the break.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Namira. 10,000 between them over the last 2 games, between Kevo and Venza. So that's a pretty large lead, considering the games have totaled about 40 minutes.
Yeah, they're going for the G2 TL record.
They really are. What is that again?
Off the top of my head, it's about 70 minutes.
I mean,
there's room for it to happen.
There is room. But
I think though that's international tournaments. I'm not sure if that's
I don't know
domestic.
if we count. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find out the total game time. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, sure. Also, I think that was a finals. I'm not too sure. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe Dusty can make this game 3 a quick 3-0 for the series tie-up. But for now, not setting the same pace that was set in game 1 or 2. And I think some of that can be said mostly because, you know, a lot of these champions only wait till level 6 till they get a little more aggressive after those sort of early pre-5-minute plays. And Vanir's champions, a little safer in most of these lanes too. You know, Sahira's always going to have priority and first move and the ability to control the wave. Kevo, Quicksef, very, very safe. Hook shot as well on Nile means when he's not stepping forward to do whatever he was doing in the top lane previous. Lee, he is typically very safe. So we'll see as Noodle's got this invade going, and actually it's just a red buff trade on both ends here between the 2 junglers. Albeit Viking is actually significantly up in XP. Going to be over half on the way to level 7, whilst Noodle, that red buff, didn't even tick him over to level 6 himself.
Viking's now 6. Viking can now tower dive.
Oh boy.
Venza did just eat a empowered inner flame, but I don't think this is going to do too much. They just do the old switcheroo. Kevo thinks he's safe, and now Elif has actually tanked in, forced a flash out from Kevo as well.
Yeah.
And the crisp, clean tower diving that we have come to expect from Dusty continues into this game.
And much worse, what's happening with the top lane wave? Because I think they're not even really going to miss anything for this Elif. He'll get back to a majority of this wave as well. And because of the time of the play, Vanir don't even get themselves the Rift Herald. FGG will have his base stopped, so nice from Kevo to at least get that down. But yeah, what? It's going to be the melees, maybe 2 ranged creeps at worst in terms of XP. Elif can walk away happy with this dive. Sure, Camille will get the plate, and finally the Herald will be started up.
It's going to be Vanir, so they're definitely being more proactive.
Sure.
Right now. I'll give them that. Elif actually looking for Nilly. He's got a nice trade with the taunt. Vikings coming in. In comes the Realm Warp as well. Nilly needs to land this hook shot. Looks to turn it around. They interrupt it. But Nilly's just going to die. Elif with a balmy Sind able to find the kill. But now Noodle jumping in. Here's the Void Seeker. Venza can jump forward if he needs. Quicksef secures the kill. Now Quicksef needs to run away as Venza is hunting him down.
I still think it's a bit of a nightmare scenario for Vanir, to be honest with you. Nile dies 1v1.
Yeah.
I mean, fortunately they got the Herald, but Sahira having his Realm Warp interrupted, I'm not actually too sure how either. Maybe the replay will reveal to us what happened.
He didn't go in it.
He just walked.
Sahira!
Why? I mean, I'm not sure it would have made much of a difference to the outcome on the top side, but...
Yeah, maybe. These are the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. By the way, just so you know, the total combined time of our 2 games is 46 minutes.
Oh.
By the way, FGG is jumping onto Quicksef, looking to speed this up as Quicksef jumped in. Venza able to chase him down and find himself a rampage kill. Half health in Kevo as well.
What a series this Dusty bot lane are having, and an immediate replay as well. Level on the Hex Flash channel.
That is so sad.
Pings over to level 6. I mean, my only assumption is calculated, so well played. Venza and FGG between you. And apparently safety just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
In the bottom lane isolated 2v2 at all.
Well, this is the thing, is... Do you remember when Ezreal was more meta and Kai'Sa was typically picked as a champion into Ezreal?
Yep.
Yeah, this is why.
Yeah, I know that.
You just chase him down with a killer instinct.
just doesn't feel balanced, does it?
Well, I think it feels balanced. Though.
Well, it feels
this
balanced.
is the rock, paper, scissors nature of League of Legends.
I'm glad you can play rock, paper, scissors. Actually, I know that because I lost you.
Yes, you did. I lost the trouble, although she cheated. Anyway, Elif's getting jumped onto. Rune Prison's in. That is one dead Elif. So Vanir do find themselves a cheeky kill. So Hero has the Rift Herald. So they're actually looking for something, although Backland has got no... Well, they're actually FGG's in their pocket.
FGG's finally hit now, but I think it's going to be too late. So finally, a little bit of proactivity.
I like this from Vanir.
It only took 57 minutes of game time. But... Here we go.
They are relevant.
Sorry. Rather, I think that's actually that's an unfair statement. What I should say is successful proactivity.
Yes.
From Vanir.
They have
tried to be proactive. So they get this tower. It will be traded out across the map for this dragon.
Yeah. Continuing the stat of Vanir take the first one, Dusty take the second one.
I think actually Vanir had Dragon 1 and 2 in game 2.
Oh no.
I think you'll find.
You sure?
Yeah, relatively confident in that.
Also, Hero's going to try and keep that one going then.
Oh, no smite on Viking.
Yeah, they don't have the smite, so it is going to get secured. FGG securing it. Venza slides forwards. Oh, my word. You can't do it to them. They have families, FGG.
And,
oh, no, Kevo.
Kevo is now potentially the next victim.
He's going to do a lot of damage to Venza, but...
oh, that's a lot of damage done to Kevo. FGG.
FGG?
He's all right.
One more? No, he's all right.
And FGG stands for something. Can't say the first part of the name, but I can say God Gary is what FGG stands for, and he's playing like one at the moment throughout this series. Absolutely phenomenal from the bottom side of Dusty. And they will, at the very least, deny away the potential of a very early soul pickup from Vanir. As yet, no smite from either jungler. And it just comes down to the crash down, gravity well.
Oh, it's the Magnet Storm, right?
Yeah, I think it was the Magnet Storm. But either way, it doesn't matter to Vanir, as they're the ones that lost the dragon and they lose 2 kills. And did Kevo just come back from base?
Kevo's just had the most sad series I've ever seen an AD carry have in a best of.
Yeah, this is reminiscent. This is a bit of a weird call out. This was, I think, NLC 4. I can't remember what team it was, but it was Jack Spectra.
Oh.
All right, I'll hold it.
Gonna get himself caught out. Has got himself the shield, but that's not gonna work versus Zahira. And Nilly able to pick up the kill. Vanir definitely being more proactive. I'll give it to them on here. Bot lane is still a problem, but at least they're being proactive elsewhere. And I'm glad that Trouble hit on Zahira on the Rise, because this is his signature pick. Yeah, right. The Rise and the Victor. If you think back to his Granite split, it was almost a bit of a meme. If you came up against Granite, you had to ban Victor and Rise. Otherwise, you would just have Zahira on a super comfortable champion, which he could 1v9 on. And right now, I think one thing that could potentially be an issue, albeit with the amount of mobility available to many of the Dusty champions, it may not be, is if Vanir start to lean more into side laning whilst these objectives aren't up, right? The Dragon, etc. Barkland, gonna eat a fair amount of poke. But if they lean into the 1v1, I think it's definitely a strength that they could utilize out of their composition, especially as Nile eventually will become very difficult to deal with. And Barkland really is going to be the only person that could potentially stand up to him 1v1. FGG looking for an angle here, but I think the mobility of the Vanir champion should be able to get them out of danger. Can we do a fair amount of damage with those true shot barrages into FGG?
Yeah, so I will say, right, Dusty's composition is very one-dimensional. It just wants to kill things. It wants to move forward and dive.
Forward the comp.
Forward the comp. Like, if this was a movie and you had a film poster of what you wanted from a dive composition, you had a couple of options. This would be a pretty decent 5 to have on the poster, I would say. For Vanir, they can leverage, like I was just saying, the split push. Nile, I think, eventually won't really be able to be contested on a side lane. But also, the range can start to become a factor, because Dusty's actual operational ranges when it comes to the engage is relatively short when you think about it. It's only FGG's crash down plus a flash. They have to find the chase down, and speaking of chase down...
It's a perfectly executed lockdown onto Noodle. He gets the heal off the Gore Drinker, flashes away. Zahira's overloading and unloading the damage onto these two members. Able to dodge out as Vendor gets him... Venza is able to get him...
Vending out death.
He is vending out Void Seekers.
That's all right.
Oh, Magnustorm jumping in. Venza with the perfect execution. Kevo is popped. Sahira has no backup. Actually, Lily comes in. The overloads are going to do so much work here. Venza, and they got nothing. They're losing everyone. A double kill's been picked up. It's going to get traded back. In comes the backup from Dusty. Backlund eats the E. Sahira just needs a little bit more damage, and he might be able to make this work, but Backlund might
the shuriken
go
flip.
for it. The shuriken flip goes wide. Now he has to protobelt. Sahira's chasing him down. Sahira has no flash, but he's cutting him off. He's chasing him down. They're spotting him out as Elif is in the area.
Back away,
Sahira can see him though. Backlund jumps in, flips on. Sahira misses the kill. Elif with the kill. The true shot is flashed away. Noodle, can he make this work? Can he find revenge for the team? He has to land the E. Gets it onto Elif. Is he gonna follow? I don't think he will. Dusty. It's probably the least clean dive we've seen from them, but they still walk away the victors.
It's still criminal though, isn't it? At the end of the day, to be able to walk out with that many members alive in a dive like that. But I think, crucially, in comparison to Game 1 and Game 2, the goal difference isn't as big. This is a playable position now for Vanir. We might be able to actually get to see them play the game, as Noodle, I think, got sniped by, Void Seeker on the bottom end of the team fight there. And then FGG and Venza, without the backup of Barkland and Viking, just say, we can probably make this dive work. Stand United comes in as well, and that's definitely a help. But Nile, with that hook shot, finds all three members, able to clean up FGG with the tactical sweep as well. It's really well executed by Nile on the return kills, but Dusty, a bit of an overchase after that into the choke. You saw all of the damage unloaded by Sahira, and if this shuriken flip lands, I don't know. I don't think he'd really have the damage anyway. But it's the overchase that comes after that as
Backlund? Nili's just got him locked, and he's going to use the Shroud. Totally executes out.
God.
The Shuriken flip.
Oh, no!
Back up! FGG! That was absolutely flawless. Nili, they're trying to dodge away and everything. The hook shot's not going to come up, and Viking will maul him for the kill.
I think Vanir had it right in Game 1 when they removed away Rel from FGG, to be honest with you. And this Herald is also going to get the charges to the mid lane tower. So Vanir, they will find that at the very least. But it just doesn't feel like it's going to open up the map. And speaking of opening up the map,
Kevo.
Viking. Never mind.
Kevo. That is the saddest AD carry alive.
And I think I can finally make my callback now, because I remember Jack Spectra, all the way back in NLC Fall 2020, was getting absolutely manhandled in the bottom lane. Wasn't his fault. He was just getting just 3-man dive, 4-man dive every single couple of waves. Reminiscence of that from Dusty. I think Dusty were in the game. In fact, I think Jack Spectra was on Dusty. Anyway, it's a very weird callback.
Oh, yeah,
it's just something that I got reminded of because of how heavily Kevo is just not being allowed to play League of Legends this series.
This has to be a game where an AD carry, you just need the strongest mental in the world.
You really do.
To be able to survive this.
You know when they say to play League of Legends solo queue, you do need like strong mental. This is, I mean, it's competitive play, but you're getting a bit of a case study as to why you might need a strong mentality to grind through some of these games. As speaking of the game, Nile, he does have a Ravenous Hydra now, so on the side lane, he is going to be a bit of a nuisance to deal with. This is a very strong Camille. So, again,
it's a very strong Camille. Got the shutdown onto Venza.
Yeah.
2 items. It's going to be a split pushing Menace. And I think the kind of key thing to take away from this game so far is Vanir look way more competitive.
Yes.
They are still down in gold, but they have been up in gold.
The issue is they need to look a little more than competitive because their backs are against the wall. They're already 2 games down.
Yes.
So they're going to have to start finding something soon because Dusty, at the moment, I will say, they're the ones with all the agency to do what they want on the map right now, and that's why I was seeing so many towers go down.
FGG started it again. Kevo, a 5th time, shall he fall?
Rampage.
Kevo literally can't step near anything without
He's
dying.
playing Ezreal, and that's the worst part about it. The safety net just doesn't matter. It just doesn't exist. I mean, it's mostly just credit to Dusty and how willing they are to dive so deep underneath these towers and make them look so clean.
I think if Vanir pull a miracle out the hat and make this go to a game number 4, we need to see the Rel ban. We need to see the Volley Bear ban, because these 2 champions combined has been so oppressive from the side of Dusty.
It's been more than oppressive, to be honest with you. Is there a word above oppressive? I'm not too sure, but we'll see what Vanir can do to come back from this hole. I mean, again, it's not as bad as the previous 2 games, but there's just a feel about the game. I think when you see Venza with 3 items, and
I think it's just the mentality that Dusty have right now, right? They got 2 games up very, very convincingly. They know they're ahead in this game. You don't even have to, like, you know, do simple maths. You can see the gold lead, you can see the tower lead, you can see the objective lead. Dusty are very confidently ahead right now. They've secured Baron 20 minutes into this game, and we could be looking at a very monstrously quick series as Elif being spotted out by Nili. Nili is just waiting out the Shroud, is going to be able to make his way out, has a lot of sustain, so he's okay to take that trade and just walk away. But Elif still has that ultimate available, and I think that's the scary thing, is he doesn't need to be in a side lane. Nili has to either perfectly interrupt him.
Elif just has to stand there and make sure that Nile doesn't really get anything achieved. They're going to try and find some kind of flank off of Nile's hookshot here onto somebody, but it's just not coming together. And now Dusty, if they want, they can turn, to be honest with you.
Oh my word, Venza, the mad lad, has done it. Noodle flashes away, but Viking will chase him down. In with the ultimate, the dunk comes in. The true shot barrage, FGG with a 3-man magnet storm as Backlund secures yet another kill. Sahira will fall next, and it's gonna be even more. Backlund flashes over the wall. Kevo going oh so low. The heal will save him for now, but the shuriken flip will secure his death. Backlund stopwatches the tower shot, and Quicksef is the only one standing. This is Dusty showing up with yet another dive, with yet another aggressive play. The calculation from this team this series has been flawless. They've got Baron, they've got 5 members, and they've got the death timers in their favor. Quicksef and Noodle are gonna have to pull off a miracle to save this game. Tower number 1 goes down. Tower number 2 will be quick to follow as Noodle gets run down, chased down, shuriken flipped onto, and taken out one more time as Nili falls. Venza just padding the KDA. They do find a kill onto Elif, and Vanir are gonna find themselves the flank. They're teleporting in. It's do or die. This is moment for Sahira. Can he make the miracle happen for his team? He's got the flank, he's got the overload, he's got the damage, he's got the true shot barrage to back him up, and FGG able to dodge out, able to stun up and buy time for the team. The Honey Fruit's gonna slow everyone down. Backlund is gonna chase it. They're going for the bounties, they're going for the kill, but this is gonna be Sahira losing his life as Venza's able to find the kill. A perfectly executed ultimate from Backlund. The flash from Quicksef. Backlund will chase him down. Everybody falls. It's only Noodle standing.
I don't think they can end though, Jake. Unfortunately, the death timers, they're a little bit too staggered. But Dusty already fangs primed to make this a 3-0. And one exceptional performance they put on for us. Venza dives in, has the attract repel stun. It's Viking that finishes it off with the ultimate. And then from there, the dive is as easy as you like. Gravity Well comes in from FGG. And the follow-up always going to be clean. Sahira goes down to Elif. And Backlund really playing on the limits of this Akali this game.
Just landing every shuriken flip. He does one later, the stopwatch saving his life. Backlund has played amazing. I think we've done a massive amount of shout-outs to Viking and FGG because these two combined have been a driving factor for Dusty. But Backlund, 2 games in a row, has taken this Akali into the rise and quite happily piloted it and really made it work. So, honestly, while this whole team has been on form, there's been a couple of members who've really stood out to me here, and Backlund is one of those guys. And it looks like this might just be it. Dusty pushing up, waiting for this wave. The teleports are coming in, and
the Vikings
joining up. Backlund's looking for it. Vikings going to jump in. They get the taunt off, and now the true shot will cut through everyone. Backlund's low HP, but the Nexus has been exposed. FGG is jumping in with a Magnet Storm as Venza is unloading. He's got himself a double kill, making a triple kill. Kevo might just be falling next. It's another double picked up. It's the ace, and just like that, Dusty 3-0 Vanir.
Everyone at home here on the analyst desk as well. We were...